Something we all adore. The one thing worth dying for. Nothing but pain, stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Something we all adore. The one thing we dying for. Nothing but pain, stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame.
We're always talking about his money, right? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I'm the richest nigga in the game, because Fresh Prince, a lot of niggas with money, but I'm saying it's like, it's not the money that I'm bragging about. When people see me with the jewels, it's not that. It's
manifestation.
Yes, it's for these little niggas to see. You just seen me in cuffs, shot up in a wheelchair with my head wrapped up. And you see me less than a fucking year later bailing through this motherfucking jewel down like Saka Zulu. Banging on niggas. I got this whole shit shook up. Everybody talking about this West Side shit, right? People like Ice Cube started. I was in jail when Ice Cube was out. No, that wasn't no problem. The day I got out of jail, it was a motherfucking problem to be where the fuck you was from. The day I stepped out, that's power. I want these little niggas to see that. I didn't get that power from guns because there's no guns in jail. I got that power from books and from thinking and by strategizing. That's what I want little niggas to see.
At 17, he was wide-eyed and really believed that he could change the world.
You know, I think that rich people should live like poor people and poor people should live like rich people, and it should change every week.
Our relationship was really a relationship that we searched for knowledge. You know, we explored together. Food for thought, alignment, the ancient mysteries, astrology, the Buddha, challenge, Christ, the impact of color, our state of consciousness, medicine.
Okay, my name is Tupac Shakur, and I attend Tamalpais High School, and I'm 17 years old. I chase girls and want the car and loud music, but I like to think of myself as really being socially aware.
Kept my history a mystery, but now I see the American dream wasn't meant for me. Cause Lady Liberty, the hypocrisy lies to me. Promise to freedom, education, equality.
I think there should be a class on drugs. There should be a class on sex education, a real sex education class. There should be a class on police brutality. There should be a class on apartheid. There should be a class on why people are hungry, but they're not. Their class is on gym. You know, physical education. Let's learn volleyball.
Fathers of his country never cared for me. They kept my ancestors shackled up in slavery. And Uncle Sam never did a damn thing for me. Except lie about the facts in my history. Now I'm sitting here, mad, cause I'm unemployed. But the government's glad, cause they enjoy when my people are down, so they can screw us around. Time to change the government now. No more.
How do you think you're most like your mom?
I'm most like my mom because I'm arrogant. Totally arrogant. You should see us when we getting our little attitude moves. We getting our tips and everything. But it's good.
My mom's was my homie, but we went through our stages, you know, where first we was mother and son, then it was like drill sergeant and cadet, you know, then it was like dictator, Lou Country. Then I moved out and I was on my own. I was broke, nowhere to stay. I smoked weed, I hung out with the drug dealers, pimps, and the criminals. They the only people that cared about me at that point. And I needed a father, I needed a male influence in my life, and these were the males.
Is it cool if a nigga just get fucked up for this one?
You can see where I spent a lot of my time in the streets when you talk to me. Because the words that I say are not words that come from a mother's mouth or a father's mouth. It's words that comes from a pimp's mouth or a prostitute or a hustler or a drug dealer. To me, these were my role models. My mom, she was lost at that particular moment. She was addicted to crack. It was hard because, you know, she was my hero.
Not long ago in Oakland, California, I was asked by a group of children what to do if they were offered drugs. And I answered, just say no.
I was broke. I didn't have enough credits to graduate, so I dropped out. And I said, I gotta get paid. I gotta find a way to make a living. I tried selling drugs for maybe 2 weeks. Then the dude was like, oh man, give me my drugs back, because I don't know how to do it. Then the dope dealers used to just look out for me. They just give me money and be like, don't get involved with this. Get out there, do your dream. So they was like my sponsors. My dream was to make a living rapping.
just to make music that was coming from my heart. But when I first started rapping, I needed the money and I had to work.
Yeah, sexy baby.
That was me. For me to get paid, I had to go out there in bikini briefs and hop on top of this dog. I was homeless at the time. That's what I had to do. You have to work from one point to go to another point. I admire the work ethic.
Do the Humpty Hump, do the Humpty Hump. Do the Humpty Hump, just watch me do the Humpty Hump.
Shock is responsible for all my success.
I'm the original two-tone, big-nose, skinny rapper.
Shock G. This lady named Layla introduced me to Adrian Gregory, who was managing Digital Underground. He was like, I'm gonna send you to Digital Underground. They're in the studio. You just rap for Shock G on the spot. If he like you, then I'll pick you up. Yeah, I just walked in and rapped for him. He's like, okay, good, you're in. Boom, 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 I'll see you later. And I just left, walked out of there like, dag. Shock was like, come on the road. You could be my roadie, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be glamorous, but you'll be working, you'll be meeting people. I said, cool. Got off the road, he said, well, I'm gonna pay you this, and I'm gonna let you do same song. I did same song. Ever since then, it's been on.
Tupac, go ahead and rock now this. I clown around when I hang around with the underground. Girls used to frown, say I'm down when I come around. Gas me, and when they pass me, they used to diss me, harass me. But now they ask me if they can kiss me. Get some fame, people change, wanna live their life high. Same song can't go wrong if I play the nice guy.
Claiming fame must have changed now that we became strong.
I remain still the same, cause it's the same song.
Adrian had been shopping my demo tape as a solo artist. Then all of a sudden, Interscope got in touch with us, and I was told that Ted Fields, this millionaire, multi-millionaire, his daughter had heard my demo, and she liked it. So he was like, that's how I picked you. And I was like, wow, tell your daughter thanks.
You know you gotta love the sound. It's from the rebel of the underground.
So I went from being unknown to now having a platinum record. Tupacalypse now is the story of the young black male from track 1 to track 13, whether it be about teenage pregnancy, police brutality, or just straight up poverty. Also, I tell my own personal problems. All my songs deal with the pain that I felt from my childhood. That's what makes me do what I do.
Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul.
My inspiration for writing music is like Don McLean when he did Vincent, Lorraine Hansberry with Raisin in the Sun, Shakespeare when he does his things. Like deep stories, you know, like raw human needs. I just try to speak about things that affect me and about things that affect our community. Sometimes I'm the watcher, and sometimes I'm the participant, and sometimes it's just allegories or fables that have a moral or underlying theme, like the ghetto lifestyle.
Brenda's belly's getting bigger, but no one seems to notice any change in her figure. She's 12 years old and she's having a baby, in love with the molester who's sexing her crazy. And your aunt also thinks that'll be with her forever, and dreams of a world with the two of them are together, whatever.
I seen all of that. I seen the crack babies, what we had to go through, losing everything and being poor and getting beat down. Being the person I am, I said, no, I'm changing this.
The person I'm going to talk about next is a person who's very dear to me. A person who's a second-generation revolutionary. So please help me in welcoming Brother Tupac Shakur. Yeah. First, I want to say peace to my mother. She's not here, but I got to give a peace out to her, because I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for my mother. And I looked in the front of this thing, and it says, start from within to rebuild our original greatness, right? Okay, well, that's what my mother did. You know what I'm saying? And I'm listening about freedom fighters and strugglers. Well, you got to understand that when it was in to have a gun and to be in the street, my mother gave that up to be in a house and wash the dishes, you know what I'm saying, and feed us and put the thoughts in our brains, you know what I'm saying? Because We didn't get any of that history from all of those soldiers that we lost. We got none of that. They all went to jail, if you can remember. They all went to penitentiaries. We didn't see none of that knowledge. If it was not for my mother who stayed home and didn't go out and do all that, then I wouldn't have had shit. Excuse my language. But I wouldn't have been nowhere. So what I want to do, hopefully, is I want to be, I am Tupac Shakur. I have to be a reminder that we can't chill out. No, it ain't time to cool out and banquets and all that. It's still on. It's on just like it was on when you was young, and you want to say fuck that, just like you said fuck that back then. So how come now that I'm 20 years old, ready to start some shit up, everybody's telling me to calm down? You know, don't curse, go to school, go to college. Well, fuck that. You know, we had colleges for a while now. You know what I'm saying? And it's still Brendas out there, and niggas is still trapped. You know what I'm saying? And it gets me hurt. because I understand that it's not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to stop until we stop it. And it's not just white men that's doing this to Brenda, and it's not just white men that's keeping us trapped. It's black.
I'm trying to think of a good analogy. It's like you got the Vietnam War, right? And just because the reporters show us pictures at home of the Vietnam War, that's what made the Vietnam War end when it did end, or the shit probably would have lasted longer.
There's too much confusion. I can't get no relief.
If no one knew exactly what was going on, you know, we just thought they were just dying valiantly some beautiful way. But because we saw the horror, that's what made us stop the Vietnam War. So I thought, that's what I'm going to do as an artist, as a rapper. I'm going to show the most graphic details of what I see in my community, and hopefully they'll stop it quick.
Hello, I'm Tanya Hart, and welcome to our show. My guest today has experienced truly horrendous life to just be 20 years old. His family portrait could well be a poster for America's Most Wanted. His lyrics are controversial, but also a reality of life as he has seen it.
My ear is to the streets. That represents 20 years on this planet Earth. And what I've seen, this is my report. It's like my battle cry to America.
They got me trapped. They got me trapped.
Nah, they can't keep the black man down. And in my album, the #1 enemy is the police, the crooked police officer.
They got me trapped, can barely walk the city streets without a cop harassing me, searching me, then asking my identity.
And the ironic thing is that it never happened to me. I was speaking from the stories of my peers.
Cuffed up, throw me on the concrete, coppers tried to kill me.
I mean, I said all of these things, and then it happened to me. I had no record all my life, no police record, until I made a record. As my video was debuting on MTV, I was behind bars getting beat up by the police department.
Good morning. My name is John Burris, and I am here today with my client, Tupac Amaru Shakur, as well as other members of the Digital Underground rap group and some members of the Digital Underground rap group. Combination of the various groups.
Basically, I walked across the street, 17th and Broadway. The police officer stopped me on the sidewalk and asked to see my ID. They sweated me about my name. The officers said, "You have to learn your place." They were charging me with jaywalking, so I was riffing, arguing about why would they charge me with such a petty crime. So I kept yelling, asking them to give me my citation and let me go about my business. Next thing I know, my face was being buried into the concrete and I was laying face down in the gutter, waking up from being unconscious in cuffs with blood on my face, and I'm going to jail for resisting arrest. That's harassment to me, that I have to be stopped in the middle of the street and checked like we're in South Africa and asked for my ID. Officer Boyvik repeatedly slammed my face into the floor while Rod just put the cuffs on me. That's not called for jaywalking. I got a $10 million lawsuit. They said they would settle with me and everything. You know what I'm saying? But nobody cared about that. That wasn't blew up all in the news. They didn't see me. They did not see me on TV with my eye busted, my head busted. There's pictures of those.
In Oakland,
yes, in Oakland. You don't see them pictures. You see pictures of Tupac coming out of jail in cuffs. You don't see pictures of the police standing over me beating my brains in. You don't see that. But I see that. That's what I see.